If your Pinterest pins are getting views, but not leading to actual sales, then we need to talk because there's a huge difference between just getting impressions and actually making money from your pins. And spoiler alert, it's not just about making them look pretty. Today, I'm breaking down why your pins aren't converting, how to fix them, even if you're not a designer, and the exact types of pins you need to turn Pinterest into a lead generating sales making machine. So if you're ready to stop wasting time and start seeing results, keep watching. Look, problem number one is your pins are just there. They're not selling. Pinterest is a visual search engine. That means if your pin doesn't grab attention, it's invisible. But the mistake that most people make is they focus on getting views instead of getting clicks. And that's where everything falls apart. We don't care about impressions. Impressions does not put money in your bank account. I mean, if we're talking technically, neither does clicks, but they click through to where we can get money put into your bank account. So fix this by making sure that your pin does these three things. The first thing is your pin needs to have a clear, irresistible headline. Your pin should answer, what's in it for me? So check out my new blog post. Nobody cares. But 5 secrets to doubling your sales on Pinterest? Now we're talking. You could also do questions. People have questions all the time. That's why we have FAQs. That's why we talk about what they are hoping or aspiring for, because they have those questions. Use a question as your headline. Help them relate to what you are going to lead them to. The second thing you can do is use high contrast, easy to read text. Remember, these are mobile devices, even on a computer. If people have to squint to try to read it, they're over it already. And they're just going to scroll right past. So make sure you are not using a pink font on top of a purple background. That's going to be hard to read. The overly scripted fonts, they're not going to understand what you're saying. Just because you think it looks pretty doesn't mean it's going to be legible for them to actually understand and relate to it. The third thing that you want to do to make sure on your pin you fix is create curiosity or urgency. This isn't fake urgency. This isn't 2 seats left. That's not how Pinterest works. It's the fake scarcity, fake urgency. That's bro marketing. It's not what Pinterest is. You can create curiosity or urgency in your call to action on your pins. So the call to action on your pin doesn't have to be learn more, purchase now, right? The call to action can be don't make this mistake, or the one strategy you're missing. Bet you didn't know about number 2. That gets the light bulb going. That gets people clicking. So think about what you are putting on that pin. It's not necessarily the pretty backgrounds or the pretty product photo. It's about what you're saying to them. Can they relate to you in 3 seconds? Problem number 2. I'm not a designer. Good news. You don't have to be. You do not need to be a graphic designer to create high converting pins, but you do need to follow these non-negotiables. Use bold fonts that are easy to read. Like I talked about above, the scripty fonts, it's not going to help. It may look cute. You may have it fit on brand, but like we talked about, it's not going to convert that person. So stick to 1 or 2 fonts that are easily able to be read. Use bright colors, scroll stopping colors. Pinterest is not for muted, dull, grays, blacks. Pinterest is colorful. So pull out your colorful side. Keep it clean, keep it uncluttered. This pin is not where you put the whole product description. You don't put the whole first paragraph of your blog post. You only want a few elements on there. You don't want to overwhelm. You want to keep it simple. You want your call to action to be obvious, right? Save for later. Download this free guide. Don't make this mistake. People need to be told what to do. So check out this guide. Learn how number 2 fueled my business. If you're talking about 5 ways to grow your business, right? You are telling them in that. You're not saying, purchase, shop now, but you're still helping them and telling them what you want them to do. Here's a hack for you too, right? Use templates. I sell templates. Etsy has templates. Canva has templates. Whatever you prefer. For my clients and my students, we suggest and we create 10 to 15 different templates, different layouts, different styles, different colors. So that way, when I want to go and create pins and do my batch creation, I'm not having to spend time in the creation side of things. I'm now in the strategy side of things. Spend your creation time up front. Spend an hour. Create 10 different designs. Next time you come back to it, you don't need to spend that hour creating because now it's just title, switch the call to action, maybe switch a color or a graphic. Boom, you're done, right? That's how we make it easy. That's how we do it faster. Templates can make your life easier and keep your branding consistent. So stop trying to start from scratch every single time. Problem number 3, you're not using both text-based pins and product pins. And this one's huge. I'm not just talking to e-commerce here. Service-based businesses need to have product pins. You can have the place it, the mock-ups, the whatevers, right? Even as a service-based business, as a coach, as a strategist, you offer tangible things to them. So put those tangible things in a mock-up. Even as an e-commerce business owner, you have product photos, and I know we spend time and money making them gorgeous and perfect because we need that. On Pinterest, don't only pin those gorgeous images. Create a text-based image. If you're only posting one type of pin, then you're missing out. Because you need both the static text-based pins and the product pins. They're going to work differently for you. They're going to work differently for the viewers and attract different people at different times in their search time, in their timeline of purchase, in their timeline of awareness of your brand, right? So static pins or text-based only pins, these are going to be your classic designed pins, text overlays, branding. They're going to be great for your awareness and your consideration type content, blog posts, opt-ins, landing pages. Product pins are going to show the product specifically, the mock-up. If you're an e-commerce store, they can pull directly from your e-commerce store, which also helps show real-time pricing and availability. That makes it easier for the users to shop, and Pinterest likes that. Product-based pins for services and mock-ups. Show them a different side of the benefits. Show them a different side of the services, the support. Use these both tandemly to be able to drive traffic and close the sale. Create a pin too that links directly to your checkout page. Maybe you're doing a mock-up of the landing page in a picture of the computer on a pin that has a question, and then the landing page mocked up on a computer screen. Lead directly to that same landing page, that same sales page. That's different than a text-based only pin. There are different layouts you can do to spark different emotion and spark different results from the viewers you are reaching for the goal that you're looking to achieve. Problem 4, you're forgetting this one crucial, critical element. Are people clicking on your pin but not converting? Here's the hard truth. Your landing page might be the problem. Your blog post might be the problem. Your product landing page or sales page might be the problem. And here's what I mean. If your pin doesn't match with the page, people are going to bounce. Your pin says 5-minute Pinterest strategy, but it leads to a generic homepage. Hard pass. There is something on Pinterest called a relevancy score. And I'm not going to dive too deep into that today, but always, always, always make sure that your pin and the link to where you are leading them match as closely as possible. Maybe your process is clunky, too many steps. It's a confusing layout. Maybe you led direct to a blog post. You didn't have a call to action for a sale or a lead magnet, signing up for your email newsletter on that page. They're not going to convert. Keep it simple. Maybe your call to action isn't strong enough. So instead of click here, say, grab your spot. Instead of buy now on every single button on your landing page or even on your pin, say something else that helps them relate, that helps them think, yeah, that's me. I want that. I need that. This helps me. So here's a quick recap for you. When it comes to Pinterest design, it doesn't have to be difficult. But these are some reasons why your pins aren't driving sales and what you need to change. Fix your pin design, make it scroll stopping, clear, and clickable. Use both text and product pins. Doesn't matter if you're e-commerce, a strategist, service-based, a blogger, use both. Check your landing pages. Make sure where you are sending them, the link you are sending them, not even just landing pages, the link you are sending them, make sure it is aligned with your pin. Podcast, YouTube, social media, landing pages, sales pages, it needs to be aligned with your pin. And make your call to action unmissable. Tell people exactly what to do next, but in a creative way. And most importantly, keep testing. Right? I talked earlier about creating the different templates. If you are using those 10 to 15 templates and you see one of them isn't converting, maybe you tweak the headline and it starts converting. Great. Maybe you tweak the headline or color and it's not converting still, or you change the call to action. Pinterest is a long game. So sometimes the pin will work and then a couple months later, it doesn't work anymore. Change the layout, change the design, create a new template. Start using that one and test that instead. Once you dial it in, what works, the sales and the leads are going to keep continually coming in. If you got pin designs that you want a review on, or you have questions on the best call to actions, drop them in the comments, right? I'd love to be able to help you and share the Pinterest results that I've seen with my clients in Pintastic Results Coaching Group, my management clients in our Simply Pintastic agency. I want to leave you with that knowledge of what's working. So shout it out in the comments, post in the group any screenshots of pin designs that you're working on. I'd love to be able to help you. It's my free group. I will give you any feedback that you need, and let's get your pins actually converting to leads and sales. Catch you guys all next time.